Greetings again, my fellow comrades in humanity. Back here with another 10 questions for the Bible. And as usual, let's get straight to it. Question 1, numbers 25, 4 to 5. So, God orders the execution of a massive amount of his own people. My question here is how would they know which ones were the ones that went off with the Moab woman and sacrificed Baal? And how would they know which ones to kill? Or is this just a bunch of random murderings until people get the idea not to go do it again? And couldn't God just do it himself? Well, why does God always need Moses to kill people for him? Does God do nothing? Is God even there? Question 2, numbers 25, 6 to 9. Okay, firstly, how did these two people make it into the tabernacle? Wasn't there anybody going to stop them? Did they just rush in? Secondly, what is this plague all of a sudden? Is God actually doing the killing now? Or I don't know, I guess he was. So Moses ordering people to kill everyone, a plague is... which one's which? I'm not sure. And on top of that, was 2 people were just killed inside the tabernacle. Does that make the tabernacle unclean? Is there a cleansing ceremony that they're going to do now to unclean it? It's really weird. And also, if I look at it from a different perspective, it seems like this man rushed this woman in an attempt to rectify the mistake that they saw the people making and stop the mass murder that was just occurring, and were killed for it. Question 3, numbers 25, 10 to 11. So this was an entire genocide of the Israelites again. He was just going to kill them all again. How many times is he going to do this? Does God have anger management issues? Does he need to see a psychologist? Because he doesn't sound very loving to me. I can't see one spot so far where he has done anything generous to his people. He hasn't given them anything except... No, he hasn't given them anything. Question 4, numbers 25, 16 to 18. I disagree with God's explanation of what happened here, do you? The Moabs were simply handing out the olive branch of peace. Come celebrate with us. Come join our community. Why not make both our communities together and we can all live in harmony? But because this is not affirmed by God, this sacrificing to Baal, even though Balaam was talking directly to the God of the Israelites, that seems to be his God, wouldn't they be sacrificing to that God anyway? Where is this going? Yeah. And he was also just about to kill all the Israelites as well. God, I mean. So if he does kill all the Israelites, who's his next choice? Would it have been the Moabs? Would it be his next people? Who knows? God tries to kill all the Israelites on several occasions, so it's really quite odd. Question 5, numbers 27, 12 to 15. Exactly how he didn't represent the Lord properly here is really unclear. Ask yourself what he did was wrong enough to be barred from the land of milk and honey. Did he simply just mishear God this time maybe? Or did he intentionally do it because he was angry with his people? Who knows? God knows. Question 6, numbers 27, 18 to 21. So the church is established here just like any other. Without Moses, the two-part system is needed. We have the king and we have the priesthood. Does that mean that God will no longer speak directly to the Israelites? Or just Eleazar, so he can advise Joshua? Bit of clarification as to how this new system is going to work would be really nice. Question 7, numbers 28 to 29. All of the passage, the whole lot of them. Do theists uphold all of these traditions all the time? And if not, this all just seems like Moses making sure a system taken from the poor to give to the rich is upheld for the time he is gone. This is certainly a system of control, is it not? So maybe, just maybe, they are still upholding the system by taking their tithes from the poor. Every time they ask you to buy their book, every time they ask for money to enter their museum, every time they ask for money from you in any way, they are asking for their tithes. But it's not in the manner or order as it was before. It's not in the manner of sheep and cows and grain, because that's quite plainly, at this point in time, it would be really intense if that many cows were sacrificed every day. You'd lose the population of cows pretty quickly. Question 8, numbers 31 to 8. Yet again, this amazing, just and loving God literally orders the genocide of an entire community, of someone who it is alluded to, that they worship him, the God of the Israelites. The poor Balaam, who has been speaking to his God, as it says in the other passages, he has no way out of this. He can't even ask his own God for help because he's on the side of the enemy. Imagine that one. That's insane. Please, God, help me. No, I'm with them. Oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, nothing. I just promised this land to them that I promised to you. Oh, okay then. Oh, okay. And poor Balaam. Oh, I'm guessing this. Sorry, a little bit of a mind like that. Question 9, numbers 31:9. I'm guessing this is the norm for the time, but doesn't this go against the commandments that he just laid down? And since they killed people who it was alluded to worship the God of the Israelites, how do you justify this one? I mean, if you're killing people who worship other gods, yeah, fair enough. But these guys will worship, as it is alluded to Balaam talking to his God, is of those people. God orders his people to kill his people. How do you justify this? How do you not go against the Ten Commandments? Especially when they take all the stuff. That's stealing now, isn't it? Question 10, numbers 31, 15 to 18. Is this the standard God sets for his people? That it's because they haven't had sex yet, that means they are worthy of booty? I use that term very crudaciously, I don't know. Is that what keeps them clean and makes them right with the Lord, as the spoils of war, so to speak? And won't that make the Israelites worthy of being wiped out again? And if so, why didn't God lay out these guidelines in advance before he ordered the attack? Why didn't he tell them that that's how it was going to go down? Why did it only come afterward? Very confusing. This whole Numbers book is literally just a story about, so far, has literally just been a story of a bunch of people who seem to outnumber everybody else going around and killing everyone. Writing the narrative to give themselves justification. That's why God is always on their side, even the opponent has the same God. It doesn't matter because they're the winners and the victors write the victors write the story. Therefore, they're able to give themselves justification. That's what I mean. If the Israelites had been wiped out by their own God, wouldn't he have just moved to Moab and now that's their God? Because now the Moabs are the victors and now they're writing the history. This is a very odd story, and as a narrative, it literally paints the Israelites as some of the most evil warmongers some of them, one of them, the most evil warmongering people I've ever heard of, which really makes me question God's choice in people. He seems to be a very bad judge of character, especially for an omnipotent God. And how far has God's omnipotence fallen in this story? He doesn't do anything. He's not even there. He's a cloud of smoke. That's it. That's all God is. A cloud of smoke hidden in a tabernacle. This is very, very strange and disturbing read. Not a story I would want to read to my children, that's for sure. Definitely never will be. Yes, my daughter will never hear these stories because this is just wrong. Not my son, when he comes. Anyways, my comrades in humanity, family, always family, hold them close. Family being those who love you. Hold them close, hold them dear, and show them every day, in any small way, that you love and care for them. And most importantly, stay safe.